What is the most common issue that you deal with veterans? Is it homelessness? Is it sobriety? Is it drugs? Is it lack of family, or all of the above?
It's PTSD.
Welcome back, everyone. My guest for this episode of the Southwestern Senator Podcast, by the way, I am your host, Jeff Oldfather. My guest is Christine O'Hare, and she is the vice chair for an organization called COCHISE Serving Veterans. And you're on camera, so say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
You are the vice chair for COCHISE Serving Veterans. Nice shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't think when I met you, you had one of those shirts on, but it really stands out.
Yeah, no, I usually get dressed up wherever I go. So,
Well, it looks
so now
good.
I have to go find a veteran and run through the desert. So I try to dress down for that event.
Well, this is a quite an organization. Oh, before we go any further, I'm going to do what we call the wide shot, so folks see the flag.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's a 3-shot. It's got you and me both on camera and the flag.
Awesome. Cool.
But I want to mention this flag, and I've had Gary Lakin on for a couple of podcasts promoting his T1 Up for First Responders golf tournament, which is coming up very soon. And he makes these flags out of wooden planks.
Yes.
And I want to point out, he made that one specifically for this studio. Isn't it gorgeous?
It is beautiful. Very beautiful.
Very
He does a
nice.
great job.
Yeah, he really does.
Yeah.
So anyway, and that tournament is coming up. I want to mention to people that they can find it by going on Facebook and looking for T1 Up, T-E-E 1 Up for First Responders. All the money raised will be put into a bucket that first responders in our area can apply for, essentially donations to carry out their mission, be it for equipment or personnel or whatever. So it's a good organization, just as yours is. So we're going to go into it a little bit about COCHISE Serving Veterans.
Sure.
And let's start by giving me a little bit of the history and the number of veterans that you're serving right now.
Sure, not a problem. So COCHISE Serving Veterans started in 2013. It was started by a gentleman. His name was Harry Bodman. And he started it to basically help homeless veterans. It was a very small organization, but it was very mighty and strong at that time, making sure that homeless veterans could find homes.
What year was that?
In 2013.
So it's been around for quite a while.
Yes, it has.
All right. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's fine. So the mission statement at that time was basically, we're going to make sure that any veteran that is homeless, that they get housed, and we help them basically get a brand new beginning.
Was it organized here locally?
No, it was in Sierra Vista.
In Sierra Vista,
Yes.
but that's changed.
So we're still in Sierra Vista. We just do not have a building anymore. We are a mobile unit. And the reason for that is we felt that we actually go to the veteran. We meet every single veteran where they are, not just physically, but mentally as well. So we felt it was better not to pay for a building and, constantly the rent and all of make sure the building was covered with people in it all the time. We decided the best thing we could do was actually go to the veteran and bring our resources to them.
Now, I know that you won't turn someone away because of where they are, but you focus your attention primarily in this region, right?
Yes,
Cochise County.
we work in Cochise County. That is correct.
So
that is our mission. Yes.
Okay. Give me an idea of how many veterans you're serving at this moment. Not overall, because it's a lot, but how many would you say on a daily or monthly basis do you serve?
It varies. So I would say this month, the month of August, we've probably taken care of about 7 to 10 veterans.
All right. That is a lot when you extrapolate that over a year.
Yes, right. And there's only 2 of us doing most of this work.
The other,
I am the vice chair, and Justine Ducote, she is the chair. So we're the only 2 doing this type of work all the time. We have an intern. She helps us with a couple things here and there when we need extra help. And then when we have our events, we have a bunch of volunteers that come and assist us with the event.
All right, and you've got 3 events coming up. We'll get to those in a minute. They're very important.
Yep.
But I need to point out to people that you do not restrict yourself to homelessness or say food. You are a clearinghouse to make sure that the veteran gets the service that he or she needs, no matter what it is, right?
That is exactly
So,
correct.
all right,
Yes.
explain how that works.
So we'll get an intake from, let's say, a veteran that has gone to the DAV and they're looking to get an upgrade or looking to get some money for their disability that applies to their service. So we have folks there that talk to them and say, what else do you need? What else is your issues here that we can solve? So after they've interviewed them and they've worked with them for the part of the upgrade or get them set up with their disability benefits, they turn them over to us. And then we look at them at the whole, what is their mental capacity? What is there actually going on with food and their house? What exactly is going on in their home?
If they have a home.
Right. If they have a home, or they might, have a home, but they might have, maybe their grass is out of control and they're getting a fine from the city. Whatever that might be, we work with them to help them solve those issues. Some of them need, they feel like they're lost in the system with the VA. They're just disconnected from the VA. So we close that connection as well, because we have resources in the VA that will close the gap and get them set up with a case manager that'll get them their health care that they need.
Yeah,
So, we have all those resources.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Some may say, and I know the answer to this, but it's not obvious. Why is an organization like yours needed? Because can a veteran just pick up the phone and call the VA? Or can a veteran just pick up the phone and call a food kitchen? It's not that simple.
No, it's not. So, unfortunately, when a veteran leaves his service and he becomes a civilian, we have now gotten better actually giving them some type of resources up front that they need. But the older veterans didn't have that. So the ones that were in Vietnam or in Korea, in any war, basically Afghanistan, they didn't get that information. So they're out there and they're fumbling through systems to try to get resources.
Labyrinthian systems, huge bureaucracy.
Exactly. There is a lot of bureaucracy. And so what we do is we make it simple for them. We actually sit down and get to know them and who they are, where they served, what they did, and just kind of then from that, it's like it's a mental challenge for us because we have to ask hard things. We need to know everything about them so that we can get them hooked up with the right service. Then once we know, we make that direct phone call to that service, and those people will basically call them and talk to them. But then it's not just doesn't stop there.
Well, let me interrupt. When you say you have to ask the hard questions, you have to ask them, are you using drugs? Do you feel suicidal?
Yeah.
Tough questions for anybody, but that's what you have to get to that very quickly because the key here is to invest them in the resources they need as quickly as possible,
Exactly.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. So that's very important.
Okay,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt, but
No,
go ahead.
No. So once we get them where they need to go, after that, we follow up after that. We just don't drop them there and say, okay, you're good. We continually follow up with them and say, hey, did this person call you? Did you get what you needed? Do you need anything else now? Also information. So some of them don't know, down in Sierra Vista at the Salvation Army, they serve a lunch every single day. They have a church service. So they can go there and meet people and be involved in that so that they're connected with other people and they're not isolated.
So let me point something out. Many of these veterans that you serve may not have a vehicle. So when you say they can go there, can you connect them with the ride?
Yes, that is correct. So in Benson, we have the BAT, and a veteran can get hooked up with them. The BAT, we love the BAT. So if they wanted to go to our beautiful Friday community event there at the community center where we serve lunch, and they're awesome lunches, they have the ability to get there, or we can set them up with a partner. So that's number one. In Sierra Vista, they can ride the bus in Sierra Vista for free. So they just get to a bus stop there and get picked up.
A lot of people don't even know there's a bus service in Sierra Vista.
Yeah, exactly. But that bus service will pick them up and bring them to where they need to go. They're like bus stops throughout all of Sierra Vista. So they might have to walk a little tiny bit, but not that far.
Right.
So, and if they're really in need of help, like when they're working through the DAV and they need to get medical care, the DAV has drivers, and that takes care of them for that area. Plus, we have the backup of VICAP. VICAP can help them with all of that as well.
So before we go any further, I'm probably going to ask you to do this a couple of times. What's the
Yes.
best way for a veteran or someone who knows a veteran in need to contact you?
So they can contact me directly. My number is 520-230-0981.
We'll display that on the screen.
Yes, or they can go to our Facebook page and type in a question there if they have a computer.
And by the way, I looked that up a couple of times, COCHISE Serving Veterans.
Yes, yes.
Just do a search on Facebook for
Yes,
COCHISE Serving
exactly. And we
Veterans.
answer those promptly. And then we also have I'm laughing because we never get it going, but we have a website that we have been working on for a while. So we're trying to aim for the end of October that we'll have a formal website that will have the form for them to fill out, and everything will be in one place there as well. It's just, like I said earlier, it's two of us, and it's a lot of work. So we're just trying to, put our priorities set.
Christine, I think people will cut you some slack on that.
Yeah, yeah.
So right now, Facebook, COCHISE Serving Veterans, do a search for that, and your phone number.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So let's walk through a couple of possible scenarios, okay? I'm going to throw this at you, and let's see how this would work.
Sure.
So I'm a veteran. I find myself in Benson. There's some here who have the signs that say homeless veteran. I'm a homeless veteran, legitimately. A lot of people are skeptical of that.
Yes.
Understandably so.
Yes.
But let's say I'm legitimately a homeless veteran and I can't find a place to sleep. I need a ride. I call you up. What are you going to do? What's the first step?
So the first step is if they can they have to prove to me they're a veteran.
Right.
I'm not taking them with their sign because there's a lot of scammers out there.
And
that's very unfortunate.
How easy? Hopefully they have a DD-214.
That's right. Or they'll have maybe it on some type of form of identification that might have it on it.
Right.
So I don't get too deep with them because I have a way to get the DD-214 with
For
their
those,
name.
for those who aren't familiar with the terms, Department of Defense 214, it basically shows that they were legitimately serving in the military.
Exactly. It shows when they served, what their ranks were
when
they
their discharge
honorable.
was, yes.
Exactly. It's soup to nuts. Yes.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead.
So after that, I talk to them. And for the most part, unfortunately, here in Benson, we don't have a lot of housing options. So we have the Inman House. And we have Community Bridges and we have La Fontana, but that's all for mental help. If I meet a veteran and I realize that they don't need that type of service, then what I do is I will get them transportation from Benson down to Sierra Vista or from Benson to the VA. So
In Tucson.
yes, so I will work with them, interview them, talk to them, and see exactly where they are, and then try to figure out what's the best options for them. Now, yes, I do have veterans that are in Benson, and they don't want to leave Benson. So that becomes an issue because we don't have a lot of options for them for housing.
Right.
So here in this part of Cochise County. So it takes some time to kind of coach them and get them to where they need to go. So during that time while I'm working with them, we try to get them set up in a hotel and pay for a few nights in a hotel until they understand they're going to have to probably go to Sierra Vista. And we work with them there. In Tucson and in Sierra Vista, there's an organization called Primavera, and that's their job. That's what they do. They actually find the housing, and they get them set up in the housing, whatever the contract is, and so forth. And then we take over and get them the furniture they need, the food they need.
So housing could look like an apartment.
It's an apartment complex. Yeah, it's sometimes a studio apartment.
Now, people about now are saying, what about this veteran's family?
Right.
Many times they don't have family in the area.
That is 100% correct. Yes. I have veterans down living in Sierra Vista. I am their family. So they call me once a week. I go out to lunch with them. They were homeless and I help them. And I keep that relationship very, very open so that they can get whatever they need.
Now, this is really a shame that we have to even be talking about this because if they've honorably served, these services are available, but it shouldn't involve so much effort to navigate the maze. But anyway, it is there. So you've got the veteran evaluated. You've got them in housing.
Yes.
You've got Primavera involved.
Yes.
Now they need food, they need maybe a job. Where do you go from there?
So if they go to Sierra Vista, now we'll use two examples. One, if they're able to work, then we will get them hooked up with Arizona at Works, because that's what they do. They help veterans find jobs. There's also another organization called Endeavors, and they do exactly that too. They take homelessness and find jobs for veterans.
You see, I think simply by going through this, you're making your point. You've named about 7 different agencies.
Yep.
There's no way that a veteran can pick
No.
up the phone and know who to call.
No.
All right, so go ahead.
So the first thing is I always think is when I look at a veteran and I speak to them, I try to make a personal connection with them so that they trust me, because a lot of veterans have been, people have abused them, and they have a lack
been
of
stung,
trust.
yeah.
That's right. They lack trust. So it takes a lot of time to form that relationship with them. But then once you do, you have the ability to know them, know what organization is going to help them, because there's just a lot of organizations that can help them. They just have to be matched with the right one. So that takes time. So then they will, if they're eligible to work, then they will get hooked up with some form of work in Sierra Vista, Arizona. Network will find them a job. And they might be eligible for HUT VASH, because HUT VASH moves veterans to the front of the line.
Okay.
So that's a very low
VASH is
housing for people, low income folks.
okay.
So the VASH part is basically for veterans. So if they have a low income, or maybe they're 80 years old and they can't work anymore, so that point we make sure they're eligible for that based on their income. And if they are, once they leave Primavera, which would be like a 3-month or 6-month commitment with Primavera, they get turned over to HUT VASH. And then what HUT does is they have vouchers, and they hook them up with their rent, and they'll pay part of the rent, and the veteran will pay the other part based on their Social Security or so forth.
Now, in the meantime, let's say this person's dealing with a drug problem or sobriety. Are they getting counseling? Are they getting on a parallel track those types of services?
Yes, exactly. So we have services like La Fontana. We have Community Bridges down in Sierra Vista. We have Hope. There's a lot of organizations that we hook them up with so that they can get that type of help. Some of them are older and don't want that help. So, like I said, we have to really know them and see what we can do to help them out.
What is the most common issue that you deal with veterans? Is it homelessness? Is it sobriety? Is it drugs? Is it lack of family, or all of the above?
It's PTSD.
PTSD.
That's right.
All right. Post-traumatic stress disorder. Explain to people how that works.
So there's there's a lot of avenues, but I'll just speak of 2 right now.
By the way, I had a good friend passed away recently who had PTSD. It's a very real thing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so go ahead.
So I'll just use my husband for an example. Okay, he suffers from PTSD. So he drinks, but he's not drinking now. He's a recovered alcoholic, which I'm very proud of him. He did it on his own for 2 years. But during the time when he was drinking, he would be reenacting everything that was happened to him when he was in the military. So there's that type of PTSD where it could become very aggressive, or maybe he wasn't aggressive, maybe he was very docile. Then there's the ones that have PTSD to the extreme, and they're using drugs and drinking, and they're very violent. Once we get there, they're now in basically remission. They're better. They see
recovery.
They want recovery. They want to join society again and be part of things. Okay. We can get them hooked up with this organization called Boulder Crest, and it is in Sonoyta and Elgin, and that's where we can bring them, or they will go there themselves on a scheduled time, and they'll spend a period of time there where they basically get to interface with other veterans that have been through the same thing, and it's just a new pathway of life for them. They get to learn a lot of new skills and stuff to help them get by in the world.
How long does this entire process take if it goes smoothly? Can you get a person established and with the services they need, say, within 3 months?
Yes, for those services. But if they have PTSD or any of those issues, that's a different ballgame all in itself. So, but if they're just in need of services and get hooked up with the right service, it could be 2 months to 3 months, maybe sometimes a little longer, based on what their needs are.
By the way, anybody can refer a veteran to you or come to you and
Yes.
say, hey, I know this veteran. He's legitimately a veteran. He needs help, and you'll step in.
Yes, 100%.
All right. Now, if the veteran just doesn't want the help, what do you do? You can't force him.
No, I mean, I had that about 3 weeks ago. This particular veteran was in a bad situation, and he actually served. He had very high ranking in the military and so forth, and he just really he wanted to take everything on himself and handle it. So I, suggested some things to him and basically left him alone to do what he needed to do. And from the outcome, it turned out fine. I get very nervous when stuff like that happens because I don't know what the next step is for them and what they're going to do. And it just makes me very nervous, but I try my hardest just to try to follow up. Like with him, I know he's all right now, but I would try to follow up like every other week with them so it's not too much pressure. I would even say to them, hey, you want to go out to lunch and kind of see if they're interested in that and just be more, not so upfront, but just gentle with them.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, veterans, we had to point out, if they're in trouble, they have a perspective that none of us really have ever experienced.
Yes.
Especially if they're suffering from PTSD.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a lot of information. Mm-hmm. Give your phone number again.
Sure.
And go ahead.
And then I want to talk about my events
yes.
too. Okay. So my phone number is 520-230-0981.
And Facebook, COCHISE Serving Veterans,
yes.
search will bring it up.
Yes,
okay.
exactly. Yes.
All right, very good. And you are the key point of contact.
My Justine Ducote, which she is the chair, and myself, we both are. We work as a team, and we both are contacts for people.
Okay. Well, we're going to keep it to one contact so that
here,
we
yes.
don't.
So
yeah.
I would be.
And you can refer it to Justine.
Yes, and we
okay.
do. We work together as a team.
All right.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Now you've got some events coming up
yes.
that are really good. Looking forward to. We'll put the calendar up as you're talking. So start with the one that's in September.
So we have one September 25th, and that one is in Sunside Pierce, and it'll be it's at the VFW there, 9 to 1, and we'll have some providers there. A veteran can come and get solutions. We'll have somebody there that'll be cutting hair, and we'll have food. We'll have, stuff for their pets and so forth. And then we have the VA coming. They will be there. The DAV will be there if they're looking to apply for a disability. So all the right resources are there for them to get help.
The date again?
September 25th. It's a Friday.
And the location?
VFW Sunside Pierce. There's only one.
Okay.
Yep.
And of course, people can call you if they need more.
Yes,
okay.
of course.
Is it on
yes.
Facebook? Are these events?
Yes,
okay.
they are. They get posted regularly on Facebook. Right. Yes.
Now the second event.
Okay, the second event is called our Stand Down.
The big one.
The big one. So, and it's
is this annual?
Yes, every year we have it in October, and it is October 23rd. It'll be from 9 to 1. It is at the Ethelberger Center in Sierra Vista.
Which is easy to find. It's there. It's near City Hall.
Yep, exactly. The library, City Hall, that is, yep, exactly. And we do, if we know ahead of time, we can get them transportation as well.
Oh, so, good. To any of these?
Yes, any of these.
So the Stand Down on October 23rd or 25th?
23rd. Yep.
That's going to provide, it's basically soup to nuts as far as services.
It's massive. I tell veterans when you go, you will walk out with solutions. You're not just going to get a whole bunch of paperwork. You're going to get to talk to who you need to talk to and get your solutions there.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes.
So a not to miss event.
Yes, exactly.
All right, and then the third event.
Then the third event, in between that, I want to tell folks, too, that Justine and I, we do turkeys. So we have a list of veterans that we know need help. And for Thanksgiving, every single year, we put together turkeys, a meal for these veterans and bring them and deliver them to...
Anywhere in the county?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow,
yes.
Do you need help with that? Driving?
Yeah, we love to get help all the
Drivers
time.
And
Drivers,
cooks.
yes.
Where do you prepare these meals?
In our house.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so,
how many turkeys do you serve or go
last
through?
Year, I think it was like 23 we were at.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
well, that's a big
Yeah,
thing.
but we do, and what it is, we make it lovable too. We just don't say, "Here's your turkey and go." We make like pretty bags for them. We have like little dog treats in there for their dog or their cat, and we just make it look very nice for them.
Who gives you the list of veterans in need for?
We get them from Primavera, from Hut, ourselves, anyone that
And
knows.
again, if someone needs your help with this, with a vet, they know they can call.
Yes, most definitely.
All right,
yeah, we
very
won't
good.
turn anyone away. We'll
All
always make sure they have a meal.
Well,
So,
good. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Yeah. And then my great event that I'm pretty proud of last year turned out to be wonderful. And it was 2 days. This year I've gotten a brain and decided that I'm only doing it one day. It's in Apache Park here in Benson. It's called the Old Fashioned Christmas. It used to be called Christmas Off Main, but I decided to give it a new branding. And that is December 5th, Saturday. And it will be from 8 to 3 p.m. So
8 to 3 p.m.
Yes, and I'm working on getting
December 5th.
December 5th, yes.
Apache Park in Benson.
You got it. And the cool thing is I work with the city, which is awesome because then what they do is in the evening, they have their cookies and milk. The ice skating ring is available. So it's almost like just one big party on that day in Benson.
Fantastic.
So, yes.
I love your enthusiasm.
Thank you.
The very first time I met you, it was clear to me you're committed to the veterans.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I am. And to the city of Benson, too. I love where I live. Most people that know me know that I will always step out for the city, do whatever I'm possibly capable of doing, and I will do it because I love where I live.
Well, I'm going to give you credit because you are so involved and you are not just, talking about it, you're doing it.
Yes.
You
I
live
love doing
this.
it. Yes, I do. Yes,
All right.
the good, bad, and ugly, I live it. Yes. And sometimes it's ugly, but, we just push through and make it happen.
Good,
So,
good.
Yep.
Well, listen, we're going to wrap up. We've been talking almost 30 minutes, so we'll have you back, and I will repost this before your event in the one coming up September 23rd.
25th. It's
25th.
a Friday. Yeah, we do them on Fridays because somebody's like, well, why don't you do it on the weekend? Well, the providers are coming and they work Monday through Friday. So that's why we do it on Fridays so that they can get paid for coming to our event from their employer. It just makes sense.
Okay.
So, yep.
All right. Well, I'll make sure that I repost this before
Awesome.
September 23rd.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Well, thank you so much, Christine, for being here. You are really a wonderful person, making it happen. Our veterans are wonderful people.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for this episode of the Southwest Center podcast. Remember, Facebook, COCHISE Serving Veterans, and we've been posting the phone number. Don't hesitate to reach out if you're a veteran or you know a veteran who needs help. On that note, we'll catch you next time.